All right. Hello, Francis. So this week was interesting. So we have three trades in total. Um, my net is a minus 1.25. It's okay, but a lot's to learn from this week. Two trades on UJ, one on UK 100. It was different. A lot of things learned, and let's go through it. So the first one on UJ was a short. Um, this one, looking back at it, was a bad trade. I'll just give it to you. It's just bad, bro. I'm just gonna acknowledge that because it was bad, and that's how I'm gonna grow by acknowledging the mistakes I've done. It was bad. It was completely bad. This is just not my setup, just not my strategy. So, shouldn't have taken this. It's just when you're trading the M30, it's like you don't get that many trades, and especially even after adding these three pairs, I did not get a lot of trades. I mean, none of them in this week, so not even close. So it's kind of like you get impatient. You see the first thing on the chart, it looks like a strategy, you're looking for a strategy. Yeah, that's what happened here. So this isn't what I'm trading, this isn't liquidity supply demand, this is supply demand, I guess, or not, because that's how bad this is. So in terms of structure, we had reached the key area. It came down, took out this low, took out this low again, took out this low, fair to take this high, check out this low. Kind of made a double bottom, but it's okay. But on a whole, price action was bad. Liquidity was not the best for this structure. It was just bad. It's bad. I can tell it's bad. But the worst thing, though, had to be the price action towards the zone. It was almost asking for a breakout. Good thing I didn't re-enter though, because that's still not in my system. So yeah, that would have given another minus 0.5. So yeah, that was for this trade. But it had a lot of potential, not gonna lie. But it was bad. Oh no. So the next trade again was a new J. Um, this one, yeah, you might think, what? The same level you took a shot, and 2 days later you're taking a buy. Yeah, look, just, yeah, that was just a retracement. Thought it might be a reversal, but it wasn't. Came straight down, took out these eyes clearly, then retraced, took out those eyes, took out this major key level. Looked like it was gonna fly, and that's when this made sense. Everything checked out here in terms of our trend, recent trend. Key levels checked out because this was a good key level from to reject from. Like Barium could just use this as a support. Even although the 4 hour time frame, I think the 4 hour demand was somewhere here, like towards the bottom zone. This was the best zone, clearly, but this was the first zone to continue the trend. Always gonna consider that. This trade was just good. I'm still gonna consider that. Speaking in hindsight, this was a good trade. Nothing to complain about, except after this kind of a double bottom, which was in our favor, it's fair to take out the highs if, twice. And that was kind of bad, but it came straight to the zone. Really good moment. Aim for 10 hour, 3 hour on this one, but into clear space, 10 hour was somewhere here, but yeah, couldn't even hit TP the first, so came straight back down with a fake out. Reacted from this zone. Again gave a fake out, came to this zone, invalidated it, and just shut up. Yeah, and not to mention the unscheduled news on US. US government shutdown ended recently, so there might have been potential for news somewhere around here. But yeah, that might have played against us. So something to keep in mind. Yeah, it could have been avoided when in drawdown, but it's a good trade. I'll take it any day, except for the unscheduled news. So yeah, moving on. UK 100. Yeah. So yeah, this should have been a minus 1.5% trade fleek. But yeah, miscalculation in the lot size because this was my first trade of UK 100. Yeah, I risk less. And well, this trade, UK 100, pretty bullish. Um, yeah, again, this is kind of a gray area. This trade, Liquidity was far, not only was it far, it was not that great. And yeah, that just came to do a gap fill. It wasn't really a liquidity thing, it was more like a gap fill thing. Just came down, shut up again. So it came back straight to zone. Kind of gave a fake out, which made me consider zone again. Fake out straight to zone. But then again, another one that played a factor was this recent support level that looked really tempting in H4 demand. Results placed perfectly. Everything was good except the liquidity. For this structure, this was just too small and it kind of came for the gap fill. But what really convinced me was this fake out. But again, it was bad. What I did was I just looked for places for price to go up again rather than see if this was actually my strategy. So that's something I gotta look for. Yeah, since I'm learning technicals, it's something I'm doing a lot. Looking for places where price can actually go up, like a good place for price to react from, rather than looking for is this really my setup? Something to focus on uh, from now on. But actually considering this one was better. Valid low, this one, yeah, but it failed to tap, and also it was late Friday, so I was not considering it anyways. But again, big lesson to take away. That is, do not, you know, look for places for price to shoot up or shoot down from, react from heavily. Rather look for price to, react in a way your setup would want it to. Like, I'm not here to tell the price where to go. I'm just here to, to take profits of where the price is gonna go. The market's gonna do what it wants. Right? I'm just here to take advantage. So first thing you have to keep in mind is make sure that it's your setup twice in a week. I understand. Yeah, I mean with M30, it's kind of patience is really, really a big player. Lots to learn. Brighter days ahead. So see you on that high note and see you at the top, Francis. That was week 2.